It shows we're live now.
Okay. Is there anything else that needs to be brought before the board this morning?
Mark, do we need some kind of motion about this option agreement? You know, I know that it'll be entered into on our end on behalf of the Butler County Properties Corporation, and the fiscal court will have to authorize Tim to sign it. So I guess, do we need to?
We can do a motion right now to do by the board to do that. I guess approve to do that. Yes. That's the best wording. I'm sorry.
All right. Well, I'll make a motion that the board authorize Judge Fleener, contingent upon the fiscal court's authorization, to enter into an option agreement on behalf of the Butler County Properties Corporation to purchase what we have referred to, I think it's parcels 1 and 2, for the price of $525,000. That option being contingent upon our receipt of an acceptable phase 1 site assessment, our agreement to provide an easement or means of access to the rear loading door of the auto parts building, and then our seller's delivery to us of an acceptable survey reflecting the boundary lines and the proposed easement.
Can I ask you to include one thing in that motion?
Absolutely, Judge.
Clear title.
Absolutely. And I'll amend my motion to include another condition, that being seller's delivery of clear title.
I didn't mess anything up.
I'll second
That's why
that
I don't
motion.
touch it, so I don't mess it up.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion toward this motion?
I guess I'll add one thing here, and in discussing with the property owners, there's various parcels owned by various people in the same family there. It's my understanding that they're in the process of consolidating all that property into ownership by one entity. So the option agreement will be between the Butler County Properties Corporation and one landowner. They're just in the process of consolidating all that together.
Okay. Is there any more discussion?
I've got a question. For as the due diligence that Mark Bannister was talking about on the property, when do we need to do that?
I'll work on getting a quote to do that work. And then probably we want to have that checked before we transfer the property and make sure everything's okay. So I guess time is of the essence on getting that done. So we'll work on that immediately on getting the pricing. And then I can get that approved. I believe Jessamine County, this was maybe $4,000 or $5,000 for the assessment. I'd have to go back and look. I think it was somewhere around in there. So we anticipated that we might have had something. So we used a company in Louisville, and we enrolled the property to I believe it's called like a brownfield project. That's basically where if we enroll in that, if there's any issues down the road in the past that we didn't find, basically we're not held liable, and the state takes care of it. I believe I could have somebody explain that if we get to that point.
Yes.
That was done through the state environmental people.
Yeah.
We had to turn in some paperwork, and those people basically handled all that for us.
Okay.
So,
all right. Any more discussion? Not hearing any. All in favor of this motion, please say aye.
I'll abstain from that, Tim.
Okay. Let's go. Is there any opposed?
Oh, you know.
Not hearing any. Motion carries. Our next item is to set a date for our next PDB meeting.
$15.
Looks like June the 15th. Is that good with everyone?
Judge McCarty and Judge Coleman, the only thing I'll mention is that's the first day of the KBA convention. I don't know if that'll cause a conflict for either one of you all, but I did want to mention that because I noticed that was on my calendar.
Yeah, I've got that too, but I don't think that'll be a problem for me.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. If we go at 8 o'clock again, I plan to attend, but that shouldn't disrupt it. So I'm fine with the 15th if you all are. I just wanted to mention that.
I have a trial starting that day, but that's okay because I won't start my trial till 9, so we're okay.
So our next meeting will be June 15th at 8 a.m. via Zoom. That's all I have today. Is there, if no one else has anything to bring before the board at this time, we'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Judge Coleman,
Second.
second by Melissa. All right. All in favor, let know by saying aye. We are adjourned. Thank you, everyone.
Y'all have a great one.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a great